All right, so we're taking a look into Bloom, which is a music generative app created by Brian Eno and Peter Childers. And basically, it plays a low drone and allows its users to just tap the screen to make music that goes along with that drone. All right, so Bloom looks like this. And you have different modes that you can play with. So we have classic, we have infinite, we have freestyle. And then within those three modes, you can also listen and create. So you can explore all of them, but for the purpose of today's tutorial, we are just going to use classic and we're going to create. So you can see that there is a blank kind of gradient screen and you can hear a drone. And when I tap it, circle appears and it blooms, and then it's going to repeat again. So this is going to loop over and over again, and when I tap it again, another circle appears and it'll loop as well. So I can do that over and over again. And different sounds and colors will appear. And you can keep on adding stuff, or you can just sit back and listen. So on this bottom right corner, you're going to see kind of a transparent square that looks like the original logo. And if you tap it, a menu appears on the left and also on the bottom. So on the left is the different moods, and on the bottom is the different playback options. So if you mess around with the moods, the colors change and the tones slightly change as well. And on the bottom with the playback, you can mess around with a delay by sliding this back and forth. You can also pause it. And then you can also freeze it, which basically freezes this whole piece you've created and will loop it over and over again instead of adding stuff to it. And then you can also clear it, which means deleting everything that you just created. Also on the top right, there's also this clock looking thing. So you click it and there's a sleep timer. So basically that means you can have this going for from anywhere from 1 minute up to an hour. And once you click start, it'll play for that long and then it'll automatically shut off, which is really cool for receptive and relaxation techniques. And then there's also this setting little wheel right here. If you click that, you can also have it play in background so that you can have this music still going even if you exit and go to another app like Paint or something like that, and you can have the music going while you're painting or opening, a word processor to write a poem with the music behind. So there's a lot of things you could do. You can also shuffle the mood, which is obviously on right now, and shuffle will make those different colors change. It'll shuffle it and then evolve when idle. So I'm not doing anything with it right now, but it's still going to evolve and make different sorts of sounds even if I don't touch it. So I think Bloom is a great app for both receptive and improvisational techniques because it doesn't really require any specific or prior music background to make music. All you have to do is tap the screen. So clinically, I've used it both with individuals and groups. So I've used it as a way for individuals to wind down from session and just as a way to center and ground themselves because there's a drone going on, but also still be creative and to make music. And with groups, I've used it as a means for collective music making. So each member of the group gets to take a turn tapping the screen once or twice. And then after everyone has gotten a turn to tap it once or twice, they get to listen to it and then title it as something. All right, so that is Bloom. And if you have any more questions about it, feel free to ask us through TechNook.